70 million years ago, in the heart of what is now Argentina, a predator lurked in the shadows of the Cretaceous, a reptilian powerhouse part crocodile, part terror from another age. It was big, it was brutal, and it may have feasted on dinosaurs. Today, we know its name, Kostensuchus Atrox, a name inspired by the relentless Patagonian wind ... and an Egyptian of crocodiles and war. This is the story of a hypercarnivore, unlike anything alive today. Our story begins in southern Patagonia. 2020, paleontologists uncovered a fossilized skeleton buried deep in the Cretaceous rocks. What they found was astonishing. At first glance, the bones resembled those of a crocodile, but as researchers carefully pieced the skeleton together, they realized this was no ordinary croc. This predator belonged to a now extinct lineage of reptiles, called prehistoric crocodyliforms, distant relatives of the crocodiles and alligators we know today. And unlike modern crocodiles, Kostensuchus Atrox wasn't just waiting by rivers for fish or small prey. It was built for domination. Let's break down this predator's terrifying arsenal. Size: up to 11.5 feet long, the length of two grown men from head to toe. Weight: around 550 pounds of raw muscle and bone. Skull: a broad snout equipped with large, conical teeth, perfectly designed for gripping and tearing flesh. Limbs: powerful, robust forelimbs suggesting it could drag down prey, wrestle dinosaurs, and overpower struggling victims. But perhaps the most telling detail of all, Kostensuchus was a hypercarnivore. That means more than 70% of its diet was meat. This wasn't a scavenger, it was a hunter. So what exactly did Kostensuchus Atrox eat? The fossil record tells us it shared its world with an incredible variety of life. Dinosaurs ruled the land. Hadrosaurs, sauropods, and carnivorous theropods roamed Patagonia. But they weren't alone. Fernando Novas, the study's lead paleontologist, explained it best. Dinosaurs lived in the company of a wide diversity of organisms. Terrestrial crocodilians were notably diverse and abundant in Cretaceous South America and Africa. These crocs competed with dinosaurs and even preyed upon them. That means Kostensuchus wasn't just surviving in the shadow of dinosaurs, it was hunting them. Imagine a young dinosaur straying too close to a riverbank. Suddenly, this massive predator lunges forward, clamping down with bone-crushing jaws. For many smaller dinosaurs, the story would end right there. It's easy to forget that crocodiles, as we know them today, are only the survivors of a much larger evolutionary story. Back in the Cretaceous, South America and Africa were what scientists call a true land of crocs. Some were small and nimble, darting after fish. Others were armored plant-eaters. And then, predators like Kostensuchus Atrox filled the role of apex hunter, taking down large prey and competing head-to-head with dinosaurs. The discovery of this animal paints a vivid picture of how diverse ancient crocodile relatives were. They weren't just lurking in rivers, they dominated entire ecosystems. So why are scientists so excited about Kostensuchus Atrox? The answer lies in the fossil's incredible preservation. Prehistoric fossils are rare, and when they are found, they're often fragmentary, just a jawbone here, a tooth there. But this skeleton was remarkably intact. It's the most complete large broad-snouted pterosaurid ever found. That means paleontologists finally have a detailed look at what these animals were really like. This one fossil is helping rewrite the story of crocodile evolution, especially in South America, where predators like Kostensuchus shaped ecosystems right alongside dinosaurs. And then, there's the name. The word Kosten comes from the fierce Patagonian wind that sweeps across Argentina, a nod to the land where this predator once reigned. Suchus comes from Sobek, the Egyptian crocodile-headed god of power, ferocity, and war. Combine them, and you get Kostensuchus Atrox, a name worthy of such a formidable predator. Atrox itself means cruel or savage, quite fitting for a dinosaur-hunting crocodile. Close your eyes and picture Patagonia, 70 million years ago. The air is hot and heavy. The ground trembles as a herd of hadrosaurs moves along a river valley. Birds squawk overhead, distant relatives of today's falcons. But in the reeds by the water's edge, danger stirs. Broad nostrils break the surface. Yellow eyes watch with unblinking patience. Suddenly an explosion of muscle, teeth, and power. Kostensuchus Atrox lunges forward, jaws clamping down on a juvenile dinosaur. The herd scatters, but for the unlucky one, it's already too late. This was life in the Cretaceous, a balance of giants, hunters, and survivors. The discovery of Kostensuchus isn't just about one animal, it's about understanding the bigger picture of evolution. These predators reveal how diverse crocodiliforms were before the mass extinction 66 million years ago that wiped out most large reptiles and, of course, the dinosaurs. Had Kostensuchus survived, the story of crocodiles today will look very different. Instead of modern crocs lurking in rivers, we might still see broad-snouted hypercarnivores dominating ecosystems. It's a reminder of how fragile and how brutal life's story really is. Modern crocodiles are often called living fossils, and in some ways, that's true. They've changed very little over millions of years. But predators like Kostensuchus show us that ancient crocodile relatives were far more diverse. While modern crocs are mostly ambush hunters, this beast was active, powerful, and specialized for big game. If you think saltwater crocodiles today are terrifying, reaching over 20 feet long and capable of eating sharks, imagine facing a prehistoric cousin that actively hunted dinosaurs. The story of Kostensuchus Atrox is still being written. More fossils may yet reveal the secrets of its behavior, its hunting strategies, and its place in the ecosystem. But one thing is certain. This predator was no ordinary crocodile. It was an apex hunter, a dinosaur killer, and a reminder that Earth's past is full of creatures more fearsome than we ever imagined. Named after the wine and the god of war, Kostensuchus Atrox deserves its place in history not just as a fossil, but as a symbol of nature's relentless power. If you found this story fascinating, imagine what else we'll uncover as paleontology keeps rewriting the history of life on Earth. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more incredible stories right here on Dynamic Trends. And if you want to dive even deeper, check the link in the description where we've put together 10 amazing Amazon products you're going to love. And don't forget, check the link in the description for 10 amazing dinosaur and science products on Amazon that will take your love of prehistoric life to the next level. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.